Hi guys,
Hi. Hi, Lisa.
how are you guys? I can see you guys are enjoying pizza.
Yeah,
Yeah,
invitation.
courtesy of BTC. So I think you guys can tell me what is Bitcoin halving?
Right. Bitcoin halving is the cutting of the supply of the amount of bitcoins produced daily, like new bitcoins to the market daily that are produced daily. The supply is cut into half. Yeah.
So I think for context purpose, how is Bitcoin supplied to the market?
Thank you, Lisa. I think to understand how BTC halving happens, it's good to understand how BTC comes into existence or into supply. So there's something called mining, and mining is whereby some people solve some cryptographic puzzles to confirm Bitcoin transactions, and for that effort, they are rewarded with Bitcoins. So that's basically what mining is. The first mining to happen, the miners were rewarded 50 BTCs, and that kept being slashed into half. So the next halving after the first mining, the reward was 25 BTCs, then went down to 12, and then the last halving it was 6, and now it's going to 3. So that's the reason why we call it BTC halving.
So when is the next big Bitcoin halving going to be? The date? Is there a mentioned date?
So the last Bitcoin halving was in May 2020, and the next one is at the time of recording, 1 day, 15 hours, 26 seconds.
That's on April 20th.
Yeah, that's on April 20th, 6 a.m. GMT +3.
Yeah, and the next one after 4 years, right?
Probably 2.
Oh, that's
yeah,
possible.
like,
Okay.
Yeah.
It doesn't have to be 4 years because
Doesn't
previously
have to
it
be
has
4.
happened every 4 years, so it's possible that it can happen earlier.
Yeah, because like as the closer they get to 21M, the more frequent.
Yeah. So we are currently at a supply of 19 million.
Yeah, 19 million.
And the maximum supply is 21. So
Yeah.
we could finish we'll get to the end of the supply before the 4 years ends.
Yeah. Wait, the end of supply, 2030.
Yeah.
Like they'll keep on having and try to extend as much as possible until like we get to 12. That's what I think. That's like what I believe. I saw somewhere. Yeah.
So that means the rate of supply might decrease.
Yeah.
So maybe for people to understand in deeper context, why does Bitcoin need the halving?
Okay, so Bitcoin needs to go through the halving because we need to find a way, or rather the creator for Bitcoin wanted to find a way to avoid the inflation that goes through normal currencies. So if you can reduce the reward for the miners, that usually brings the value of BTC continue going up, and also because the supply is also limited, so it's like ni kama ni cheat code wamepata ya to make sure there's no inflation within the BTC itself. Yeah.
So as Kinuthia said that during Bitcoin halving, the miners receive half of what they were supposed to receive. So why do they mine then if they're receiving half of what they're supposed to receive?
I'd say traditionally when there was a halving, there's also been a price increase. So there's a lot of speculators who who speculate on the price of Bitcoin. So when they know there's a halving coming up, they pump the prices up as much as they can. So if, let's say, the miners were getting 3 Bitcoin on average, and then after every halving, after the halving, they get 1.5. If the prices like go up and are able to sustain their electricity costs and their running costs, they just mine for the profit incentive. Yeah, that's what I'd say.
Will we get to a point whereby there's no feasible incentive to keep mining?
Yeah. As soon as every single time there's less. Every single time there's
Less rewards.
less rewards. It means like it brings the problem of centralization, because the only people who can compete are the people with volumes of mining equipment. Yeah, so like that's what Ethereum was moving away from, because they were on the same path as Bitcoin, but now they moved away from that system of mining and now to a new system called proof of stake. Yeah.
Where are they going to take all those machines?
AI.
To gamers?
AI in gamers. Plus GTA 6 is coming up, so like there's a huge market for those machines. Yeah.
What is GTA 6?
Grand Theft Auto, it's a game.
Oh, okay. So is it likely to absorb a lot of compute resources in the market?
Yeah, the gaming industry will always absorb it, because every single year they make. You see, when in a typical game, 2000 in 2000, the graphics looked like cartoons, like blocks and everything. But now they are more closer to reality than ever. Like they have skin pores, they breathe in and out.
Details in weather and stuff like that.
Yeah, like you can walk and then you see a frog in the grass and it's a game. Yeah.
And that consumes a lot of compute resources.
Yeah, a lot.
So, what happens when the Bitcoin reaches its maximum supply?
The thought of like once we reach the maximum, is it the maximum supply? Yeah, the maximum supply of Bitcoin. Now, for me, my own theory is like it will become like how John Wick or like Kingsman, you know, when they have this specific coin.
That's a movie.
Yeah, in the movie, like John Wick. So it's just a specific niche of people who have that coin, and that coin that they're supplying within the movie holds a lot of value. So for me, what I'm thinking is once Bitcoin reaches the maximum supply, and as you can see, the value of like one coin at the moment is like 62,000. I'm joining Kenya, but anyway, if it continues going up na ifike huko limit, let's say umesema by 2030, using maybe in like 4 years, even me I'm for 2030 pia huko very far. So by that time it will be like the 1%, you know, wewe ni nani ndo uko na Bitcoin. Kama sahi the way Kenya, you see somebody driving a Rolls Royce, you're like, you know, something like that. So that's what I'm saying the future after we reach the maximum will be.
But then again, I think when you get to that point, will you want to sell it? Like if 1 Bitcoin gives you access to 1% people, atakama 1 Bitcoin is equals to 1 MUSD, will you want to sell it? Yeah. It will be like...
And that's the thing. If you are not selling, you're keeping it, then the demand is there but no supply, and therefore the price will go up.
Until not enough, you know, like if let's say the 1%, like let's say in this city there's like 10,000 1%ers, right? And then people come from South Africa, people come from Dubai, people come from everyone, and then like not like in that context, not everyone can get a hold of your to get into 1%, but everything else they match up to you except that one thing. So what they'll do, I think, is create their own to validate themselves as being the same as you, right?
Possibly.
Watumia altcoin.
Watumia altcoin. Dogecoin ni kwenda sana new 1%. Yeah. We also think altcoins will be altcoins have a bigger bullish case compared to like BTC and ETH, because there's always like there are a lot of farms, hedge funds, like firms that's like huge money that wants to invest in Bitcoin or in crypto and gets good returns out of it. So instead of going to BTC, they're gonna get maybe like 20-30% returns after a certain period of time. But in that same period of time, if they'd gone with, let's say, an altcoin or a new blockchain that has more innovative technology, they might get 2x, 3x, 10x, 100x. Yeah. So that's my thoughts. I could be wrong. I could be very, very wrong.
Plus also the miners, like after this countdown is done, some of the miners will be taken out. They'll now invest their time and like everything into mining the altcoins.
Yeah.
So because the rewards there are better.
But then again, not most of the altcoins right now, you don't mine them the way BTC does. Like most of them are like Solana you don't mine it the way you do Bitcoin.
They're on proof of stake.
Yeah, they're on proof of stake with limitations. Like not just anyone can come in.
Yeah.
So like Solana has an argument where it's not very decentralized, but they've made that sacrifice that can be fast and everything.